Hi everyone, this is my signature eye look that I do often for my round shaped and hooded eyes. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, keep on watching. I'm going to use an eyeshadow primer all over my eyes to help with the creasing and longevity of the eyeshadow. And I'm just kind of tapping it all around my lid with my fingers. I'm going to be working with the ColourPop Going Coconuts eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to go into my crease, and because I have hooded eyes, there's a fold that goes across my crease, so I'm going to be focusing the eyeshadow above that fold so that when my eyes are still open, you can still see the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to be going in with a light kind of almost my skin tone color, as well as a little bit of a medium brown tone. I'm just kind of tapping it in, and then I will be using small circular motions to blend it all the way out. And when I open my eyes, the shadow is still visible. I'm keeping the shape as well very rounded. I'm not angling it out too far this way. I'm keeping it in a nice rounded shape to emphasize the roundness of my eye. I'm going to deepen up the crease with a little bit of a darker eyeshadow, and I'm going to, with a smaller blending brush, just put that more in the crease, but in just a smaller area along it. I'm just blending it, mixing it with that other medium brown shade that I used before. Going back and forth between the various tones. Right now I took the flesh color and I'm blending it out with the big fluffy brush again, and then going back in with a mixture of the medium and the dark brown tone and just kind of blending along the crease again, going back and forth until it's like a seamless blend. I'm adding a little bit of that darker brown to the outer corner, just blending that back in with the crease. I'm still keeping it nice and rounded, keeping it in and not dragging it outwards, because we're not making an almond eye shape. We're keeping it nice and rounded. We're going to add some sparkle, so I'm going to take this mid-tone brown and we're going to put that all over the lid. Right now I'm just patting it down, pressing it in so that it doesn't fall out too much. And because if I open my eyes, you can't see the sparkle as much. So what I like to do is I put it a little bit above the fold, and I keep my eyes open and I put it above the fold just a little bit, kind of mainly focusing in the center of the eye so that that sparkle and glitter is a little bit more noticeable, and it does blend up into the crease, but that's okay. Just patting it around, and then I can go back in blending it out with the brush I used for the crease. But it just adds a little bit more emphasis on the glitter when my eyes are still open. I'm going to add a little bit of this white to my inner corners. Just a little white sparkle helps open up and brighten the eyes. Just in the inner corners around the tear duct, kind of up into the almost the sides of my nose, but not quite that far, and then a little bit below. And then I'm going to take this mid-tone brown and do a faint line and underneath my lower lashes. Most of it's on the outside and middle of my eye. So the outside and middle. And I'm keeping it a thin, more of a thin wash of color, not very blown out and smoky. Just very light under the eyes. Now for this type of look, because it is a rounded eye look, you wouldn't have to use a winged eyeliner, but if I'm going to use a winged eyeliner, I'll keep it very small, just like a baby wing, and it almost acts as, it does lift, and it also kind of acts as a little bit of a extension of the eyelashes, like it emphasizes the lashes. With my right eye especially, I have a fold that goes down pretty low, which interferes with the wing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the wing pretty low and just not kind of angle up. I'm going to just be angling a bit to the side. Had a little bit too much ink on that brush, but it's just going to be a very small little line kind of going straight out to the side instead of too up, because then the wrinkle, the fold of my eye interferes. And the other side isn't as bad, but I'm going to try to keep them even. So I'm going to just do a little line almost just straight to the side and then bringing it back and bringing it back on this side. There's a little bit too much ink on my brush and it kind of blobbed everywhere. So this eye usually is easier to do because the crease, the fold of my eye isn't as low on this side. But then I'm just keeping it very thin along the rest of my eye. I'm probably going to just take that off because that was a mistake. There was too much ink on this eyeliner and it just went everywhere. So I'm just going to take a little Q-tip with some makeup remover and or micellar water and just get rid of that. That eyeliner went everywhere and I tried to save it, but it was a huge blob right there, which is not a baby wing look. So this, I'm just cleaning it up. And I can just add the eyeshadow back on, any concealer around it. Going back in with the eyeshadow. And we will try again with the wing. I'm wiping off my eyeliner before I go in again. And just looking, keeping my eyes open, just going straight outwards. Just a thin line like that, which is how it was supposed to be in the beginning, and then just dragging it back and still just over the fold, ignoring the fold, just drawing over it, and then I can fill it in when my eyes are closed later. See how there's a few dots? I just drag it back. There's a few empty patches from my fold, but I just fill it in after I've mapped out the initial eyeliner. There's the other side. This one looks a little bit thicker, so I'll just thicken this one up a little bit. Okay, after that fiasco, we're working with this, which is salvaged. And now I'm going to take a crayon eyeliner and I'm going to just tightline the upper waterline of my eye. To help my eye open, I sometimes use a spoolie and just push it open and just wiggling it back and forth. Take breaks if you need to, and take away tears with just a little cotton swab on the inside of your eye. This will just help blend the eyeliner in with the rest of my eye. Now, rather than putting this crayon pencil underneath my eyes in my waterline, which would give more of an almond shape and an angled look to my eyes, I want to keep them nice and rounded and open. So I'm going to use a white eyeliner crayon and put that on my waterline, and that will brighten up my eyes and make them more round and look more open. I use my beauty blender sometimes to just pull my eye downwards and then wiggle back and forth. Or you can just go in, you pull it down a little bit with your finger even, or just go straight in. I'm just wiggling it back and forth until it's as bright as I want it. And here's the difference of the two. And because we've put the white waterline and then we have a brown underneath, it kind of just rounds out everything. And the eyeliner just like extends it upwards a little bit, but it's not too much of an angled look still, because we didn't really angle it upwards. We angled it kind of out for the hooded eyes. Now I'm going to put some mascara on my upper and lower lashes. I'm making sure to get the eyelashes from the outer, middle, and inner part of my eyelashes so that it's a nice fan throughout all of it. I'm not emphasizing it on the outside of my eye because that's going to be more angled. It's going to be nice rounded. If your eyelashes start to get a little clumpy, you can always take your spoolie on the back of them and roll them back to get rid of any clumps and kind of brush through the lashes. All right, I just finished the mascara and this is the eye look finished. I'll just finish my face makeup and then I'll be back for the end of the video. All right, so this is the finished look. I just added some blush, bronzer, and some lip products to finish the look, but this is the eye look that I go to often to open up my eyes and kind of just make my round shaped eyes look good. It has a bright under eye like waterline just to open them up, and a little bit of a baby wing just to kind of lift them a little bit but not make them too much of an angled almond shape. So I hope you liked the look and thanks for watching.